Hi, everyone. Just waiting for some people to get on. Hello, good evening. Just waiting for a few more people to jump on here. Hi, Tracy. How are you? I'm excited to do, hello. I'm excited to do this live again because the other night I did it at 11:30 at night almost, and I didn't plan ahead of time. And I just wanted to, I'm okay. I'm pretty good. I do realize that the big debate is on right now, but when I picked this time and day, wasn't even thinking about that. It was just because my husband isn't home, and it was just a good evening for me. So, um, you can watch this replay, of course, on my YouTube channel later on before the pre-order starts, and we'll be graced with all of the updates and stuff from the debate tonight all over the place. So I'm not too worried about missing it myself, but I'll just give a few more minutes. I think I see 4 of you there. So hello, everyone. So this is the second in Spruce pre-order breakdown, and the last couple of days, I've been working on my list, and for some reason, this list has a lot of my type of blends, and I'm having a really tough time scaling down my list. The other day was Teddy Bees of the weekend, and myself, along with a lot of you, have went a little overboard, and I need to adjust what I really get. So I'm being super picky. I've revised my list for this pre-order several times, but what I'm going to do is I don't even have my written down list next to me. I'm just going to go through the list, and the ones that I've had before, there's a good bit of new ones on here, but what Erika has explained is that the new ones are sometimes old blends that she's added a few extra notes to, or they're brand new blends. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and get started while other people hop on here. Erika, just a little bit ago, if you're following along on the Facebook page where the scent list is, she made a post about 45 minutes ago condensing everything down because on her other original post, she had on there price increases, shipping things, all of those things. So I do encourage you to go on to that original post. It's still on there because I have my computer out here on the couch next to me, so I don't have to be looking down as much. But she did she did explain about shipping. So there's a shipping range. 0 to 99 is something, and 99 to something is this, and just go on there and familiarize yourself. If you have a rough estimate of what your list will be, just so you can not be surprised when the shipping is calculated on the end there. I know no one likes paying for shipping, but shipping is a part of our life. So, okay, this is the fall into winter pre-order. It will be this Friday the 13th. At 6 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific. So that is going to be Friday the 13th. Ooh. On the website here, she's offering in 5 different choices. Originally, she wasn't going to do the clams, but she went ahead and added the clams on, which personally I'm happy about. This is the size of the clam. This was actually one of the extras that she gave in the road show, which I did not do a video for, my road show haul. I just didn't do it. I'm too behind. This is the size of the clam. A standard clam, you can get from other vendors, or this is the same size as the Better Homes and Garden and Walmart retail wax. These are $5. And the mini loaves, that's this size right here. These range from 2.7 to 3 ounces. This range is 5 ounces. And then the scoop, which is new. She did scoops briefly last year in a couple of her little samplers, but those were mini scoops. I think these are going to be a little bit bigger. This says 6 ounces. Mini loaves are $7.75. Scoops are $9. This is a tub right here. My personal favorite. This is one of my favorite blends. I only have a little bit left in here. Love this. I smell this daily. This is $12.75. And then a large loaf, which is this one right here. This is Catch and Z's from last time. This is 14 ounces, and this is $22. I'm not going to be getting any loaves this time, unless some blackout happens and I order and don't really remember what I order. But for the most part, I'm going to be sticking to tubs and either mini loaves or clams. That's just me personally. So let's go. And if any of you, I can see the chat pop up, and if there's any questions or anything or comments, if I see it and I can address it, I will. If not, I'll go through the comments after this is done. And hi Charity, hope you're having a good evening. I will go back through and answer any of those if there are specific questions for me, or if you guys are just chatting amongst yourselves, that's fine too. So this first one that Erika's offering is Almost Famous plus Cupcakes at Tiffany's. So Almost Famous is raspberry jam, toasted marshmallow, and zucchini bread, which I have had that one. If you've been around Second and Spruce for the last year, a little over a year even, you know that her raspberry jam has a little bit of a reputation for being one of the better ones, if not the best one out there, in my opinion at least. Almost Famous, you have to like the raspberry jam. And this has Cupcakes at Tiffany's added on, which personally isn't my favorite oil. I'm not a huge Cupcakes at Tiffany's fan, but I know a lot of you guys out there love it. I'm one of the weird ones that don't really care for it. However, I will say, having melted plenty of Erika's raspberry blends, the raspberry does take the front seat with a lot of these blends. It's not to say that she isn't adding the zucchini bread and the marshmallow and all those things. It's just that raspberry jam is so strong and such a quality oil that it jumps to the front and it's in every sniff. So I have Almost Famous. I was actually going through my wax collection over the last few weeks, and I have that to chop up, actually, Almost Famous. It is a nice, creamy, rich raspberry bakery, and you can't go wrong. If it's your first time trying a raspberry blend, this is a good one to start with because it has a great bakery presence with a little bit of fruity. This next one here is called Angels Among Us. This one is one that I'm definitely interested in. This one is Angel Share, which is one of my favorite perfumes, actually. I tend to get an Angel Share blend in just about every vendor that offers it in some way, shape, or form. And Erika has chose to blend this with cashmere cream, which, hi, Emily, how are you? Cashmere cream is also known as Snowflakes and Cashmere from Bath & Body Works. If you are familiar with that scent, it's a nice, relaxing, creamy scent. Some people who are sensitive to scents actually like Snowflakes and Cashmere. My mom, for one, she's 81. She used to do tons of strong perfumes and florals and fragrances when she was younger, but as she's gotten older, that tends to bother her respiratory wise. So she loves Snowflakes and Cashmere. I know there's a lot of cashmere lovers out there in the wax world. People go crazy for them too. And Cashmere Cedar, I love Cashmere Cedar. It's a little bit of more of a woodsy, slightly masculine scent to my nose. I'm definitely going to be getting this one in probably a tub, just because Angel Share is strong, beautiful, sophisticated. There are some people out there that do not like Angel Share. That is true, but I love it. One day we'll buy an official bottle of Angel Share, or to have to wear, because it's something that it speaks to me. But that one is one I'm probably going to get in the tub form like this. The next one is Banana Bourbon Brulee. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, which is from the One collection from Friends. That blend is banana bread, sugar cookie royale, zucchini bread, and cinnamon sugar. And that is blended with creme brulee and maple bourbon drizzle. So if you were one that got the banana, what is it called? Princess Consuela banana hammock. You gotta love Phoebe. I'm pretty sure that was a Phoebe thing. I have that blend, and it is a super creamy, rich banana blend. It's banana bread, cinnamon sugar, zucchini bread. You can't go wrong. If you are in the banana nut lover part of wax, then this one, if you do like creme brulee, sometimes I have seen some noses find creme brulee to be a little bit either too heavy or too caramelized, or um, I don't want to say sour, but it's just a little bit too much for some noses. But I think this will be done very well because Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, to my nose, is very creamy and it can stand having a little bit of a caramelized note added to it, in my opinion. The maple bourbon drizzle, I think that was a great touch. So just extra punch of sweetness. That one's going to be a good one. This next one is called Bitter Betty. This one is bold coffee, butter pecan shortbread cookies, brown sugar, and vanilla. The coffee isn't bitter, just the Betty. So I am interested in this one. Another thing that Erika is known for are her coffee blends. I actually ordered a coffee sampler when she had her samplers open a month ago or so that she's working on and coming to the tail end of finishing, actually. I got the coffee sampler and the other one that I get, the milk and cookies. I was debating on the fall sampler, but I just had to get the milk and cookies. However, Bitter Betty, I think this one will be really, really good. I'm not sure if bold coffee is a new oil that she's using. I love her house coffee beans. There's a few blends on this list that uses the house coffee beans and the espresso, and those are both great oils. If you're a coffee lover out there, this one, the butter pecan shortbread cookies, I've actually had that from other vendors, and to me, it's not that different from a, what is it called? The shortbread oil, sugar shortbread. It's not that much difference. It might be a little bit richer because it does have that butter and that pecan aspect. But I think this one will be a really good one for bakery coffee lovers. This one is it's a good one, it sounds like. This next one is blackberry cashmere cookies plus fir needles. So I have had her blackberry cashmere cookies before, and the notes of this are sweet blackberries, cashmere cream, sugar cookies, and fir needles. Now, if you're like a lot of people out there, seems like well, that was silly to say it like that, but a lot of people out there like bakery and pine, and we're in bakery and pine season because a lot of vendors are amping up their winter list at the tail end of fall, even though we're not quite in fall yet, another couple of weeks, of course. Some people are warming pine. This is actually a pine blend. This is Nest Birchwood Pine. This will be going in my home at Christmas time. Pine and bakery is really good. You wouldn't think it works, but it does. I like that she took the blackberry, and I'm picky with my blackberry. I don't have a ton of blackberry blends in my collection because sometimes blackberry can be a little too much for me. Just like Angel Share, for example, is too much for Charity. Blackberry can sometimes be too much for me. It also has a reputation of being a little too perfumey, and it seems like, and raspberry does too, but Erika's raspberry is not perfumey to my nose. It's a nice, rich, sweet, perfect raspberry. Her blackberry, to me, is great too. It's right in that middle of a little slightly perfume, a little slightly fruity, but it together is just it's a good blackberry. It's not a blackberry jam butter cookie. It's a true rich blackberry. The cashmere cream is just soft, and I smell snowflakes at cashmere when I smell cashmere cream. So it tones down that blackberry very, very well. And Erika, she's blended the cashmere cookie blend very well. Like I said, I have it. It's nice and creamy and rich and relaxing. And the addition of sugar cookies, which is just extra sweetness and creaminess, and then the fir needles. I like that it's not outright pine, but fir. I tend to like vendors that use fir when they're using their pine. That's just my personal preference. This one here is not I'm talking about it because it's pine. This is pine, balsam, and birchwood. So it's a little bit different than just straight fir. Fir has a more gentle presence in the pine department. I know that's pretty deep, but that's the best way I can describe it. This next one called bottle service. This one I think, not sure if Erica's on here. She said she was going to maybe try and stop by, but I think this next one, bottle service, I think that might be Replica's Jazz Club. It might be because I've seen these notes a lot in other vendors and ones that have the high-end perfume or the resort blends. And this one here just, I think this is Jazz Club. The notes of this is pink pepper, neroli, vanilla rum, sandalwood, vanilla ember, and hints of tobacco and leather. That has, once again, me written all over it. And if I'm correct in thinking it's Jazz Club, this is a really great blend. If you haven't smelled Jazz Club, if you are close to a Sephora, I do know, hi Tiffany, I do know that Sephora carries Replica. Run in there and smell it if you can. If your Sephora has the bottles on the sample bottles out, some don't because people try to steal them. But smell Jazz Club. I really like it. It's very hard to describe though. But this one definitely, to me, these notes all together is just screaming high-end perfume to me. I'm not going to try to describe that one anymore, but that one, either you try it in a clam or get a big loaf, whatever you feel, go for it. Next one, burlesque. Tart cherry, saffron, soft orchid. Adds a feminine quality, not overly floral, with woody smoke, vanilla embers, and oud. So this one is another one that is interesting to me. And what I'm interested in actually with this is how the saffron and the orchid will end up playing together. I love the smell of orchids, even though orchids, like a real orchid in person, doesn't really have that much of a fragrance, and they're very delicate. My uncle is very good green thumb. He can grow orchids. Orchids are very, 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 very tough to grow. You have to suspend them from wires and all sorts of things to keep them growing the way that they do. Orchids are tough. Orchids are some of the most beautiful flowers though. So if you can really get in there and smell it, you can, yeah, orchids. They're very beautiful, but they're very delicate, and they're very particular with where they are in your house too. I've only met one person that has orchids in their home, and well, now two with Charity. So I like an orchid, and what even is interesting to me is not interesting, attractive to me is that orchid now too. Yes, orchid isn't used very much in wax, and I sometimes like a little bit of floral in my life. If you watch any of my videos, you know I love rose, but orchid it's a completely different floral, a floral. It's a different vibe of floral than anything you've smelled before. So I think I'm probably going to get this one. I love saffron. Saffron, super duper expensive if you're using it to cook with, but I like this. The tart cherry and the woodiness. This one is going to be a high-end smelling fragrance too. Definitely. Those are two tough ones to talk about back to back. Okay, next one, Cashmere Cozy and Smoked Ember. Cashmere Cream, Cashmere Cedar, Marshmallow Fireside, and Smoked Vanilla. Once again, if you're in the cashmere camp and you like those sensual, cozy blanket blends, this one would be for you, definitely. This next one is one that I have yapped about for a while, and I might have had something to do with Erika putting it on the list, actually, from one of her comments that she made on one of my posts. This next one is Carb Battle Royale. Thank you for sharing it, Charity. I do appreciate it. Carb Battle Royale. Okay. Sugar cookie. Get ready because this one is a little bit. Sugar cookie royale. Fresh baked bread, zucchini bread, pretzel, sugar cookie dough, and a hint of cinnamon sugar donuts. There is a note here that says it's slightly reformulated from the last time she poured. She's using a different oil that she likes better, but the notes didn't change. So, Carb Battle Royale. I'm talking to the heavy bakery lovers out there. This one's for you. It's rich, it's creamy, it's decadent, it's fantastic alone, and it's a fantastic blender. I had a tub worth of Carb Battle Royale. It's gone now. So definitely I'm getting another one of these because if I want to warm it alone, it's great. If I want to blend it and play around with it, I can do that. This is a really good one. There really isn't anything that to my nose sticks out, you know, outwardly. Either, oh, sometimes the pretzel's a little bit stronger, or the zucchini bread's a little bit stronger, or the cinnamon sugar donuts is. Everything is blended like one thing. It's like you mix a cake together, even though it has different ingredients in it, but it's one uniform thing. It's a delicious, heavy, creamy, rich, decadent bakery. That's about all I can describe with that one. Okay, the next one here is chai pumpkin. I love chai blends. I like masala chai. Masala chai, it's almost chai season. I was looking at chai stuff in the grocery store and I found a chai that I'm going to try next time I go to the grocery store. But chai has those nice warm spices, the cardamom, the cinnamon, what else is in there? Cardamom and cinnamon are the two that come to my mind, but they're the warming spices. This one is honey pumpkin chai, sugar cookie, pumpkin buttercream, pumpkin mallow cream, and pumpkin roll. Now, I will tell you, this is me, and I am in the minority with what I'm about to say, is I am not in love with pumpkin everything. I like pumpkin in my life and pumpkin things to eat and this time of year with pumpkin things. But pumpkin wax, I have to be very careful with that pumpkin because sometimes the spice profile that's in pumpkin spice, it can be too much spice. And I like spice. I like spicy blends. I love cinnamon. I love pepper. I love all that stuff. But sometimes the spice profile can be a little bit too much. You agree? You know what I'm talking about. For example, my husband, this is a different thing, but it's what I'm trying to explain. My husband, pumpkin pie is his favorite dessert. If I can make that man a pumpkin pie every week, he'd eat it, but I don't. He is very particular with his pumpkin pie because not all pumpkin pies are created equal. So the pumpkin pie at Costco, those big giant ones they have right now, they're $5.99. He loves that pumpkin pie because the spice profile is not overly in your face too much. So, for example, Walmart, the shelf-stable pies, he absolutely hates because it's just pumped full of spice too much. So the same thing is with me with smelling pumpkin spice. So even though I like chai and I love all those things, sometimes coupled with pumpkin, pumpkin spice and pumpkin blends, pumpkin roll, pumpkin cupcake, that's just too much for me. I was in Bath and Body Works last week looking around at the candles that I had no business looking at. And they have a blend called pumpkin cupcake. It's been around for a long time. That pumpkin cupcake is too much for me. It's just, I don't know which spice in there either is the problem because independently, I like cinnamon, I like allspice, I like clove, I like nutmeg, but together there's something with it that sometimes pulls funky. And carrot cake is the same way. And cheesecake is the same way. Even though that's not spicy, it's the sour profile. It is a little weird for me. So just know that if you are kind of similar to me with pumpkin, this one might be one that you want to get a smaller size in just to try. And I mean, I'm just being outright and transparent because we are in pumpkin season. And even though I know Erika is a fantastic blender, it's not anything against her. It's just the nature of those oils. But I do like that she added in the creamy sugar cookie and the creamy pumpkin butter cream and the marshmallow cream to try to offset any spiciness. So what I think I might do is I might get a clam of this because then if I love it, I'm going to wish I got more. But if it's one of those ones that isn't my friend, I'm not really out of a tub or a loaf worth. That's just my honest, transparent opinion about pumpkin. Next one, cheers to the new year. Prosecco, pear, lychee, and vanilla. Prosecco is to my nose, similar to the champagnes. I am not a champagne wax person. I don't even care for champagne in my life. I have yet to have Dom Perignon, and I probably would like it because it's super expensive. But in my wax, Prosecco and pear lychee, that's going to be like a sweet, bubbly effervescence, similar to something that you would drink on New Year's Eve or at wedding or some place where you're celebrating. I think that pear is underutilized in wax. Actually, I love a good pear. Pear is so good. There is a blend from Bath and Body Works. It's a fall scent called Sparkling Pear Riesling, and it has been out for several years, but it was so good. If you are one that had that, there's a couple vendors that have that oil, and it's beautiful. It's nice effervescent pear. This one might be along those lines. It's been a minute since I've smelled lychee, but that it's going to be nice and sweet and fun. That's the best way I can describe that one. This next one I have had, Christmas Morning Cheer. This is espresso, gingerbread, eggnog, and sugar cookies. I either have used it all up or I have a little bit more left in my collection upstairs. I don't remember, frankly. But I love gingerbread and I love eggnog and I definitely love coffee. This is a really good blend. It's not too spicy. So if you're a little nervous about gingerbread, the eggnog in there is nice and vanilla and rich and creamy. And the espresso also, it's not too sharp or bitter. It's in there and it's very creamy and rich. And then the sugar cookie is also there for an extra pop of bakery. So that one, it's a good one. It performs very well. It's nice to warm in the morning time if you're having your hot coffee. I love iced coffee. I drink iced coffee all the time, but I will say I do drink more warm coffee in the fall and winter time. This one I've warmed in the morning time for just a little quick pick me up. I know some people only warm coffee in the morning time, wax wise, but I warm it all the time. I love it. I can't get enough. So Christmas Morning Cheer. These next two, Christmas on Second and Christmas on Spruce, these are returning favorites from last year. This Christmas on Second is apple garland, orange peel, cranberry, fir, cedarwood, and holiday spice. Slightly altered notes, but still smells practically the same. So last year, there's one of these that I had and one of these that I didn't get. I'm pretty sure that I've had Christmas on Spruce, but not Christmas on Second. But Christmas on Second is one that I'm considering because this is quintessential holiday potpourri, holiday everything. Cranberry, orange, pine, a little bit of wood, a little bit of spice. This to me would be holiday potpourri, Christmas time, growing up with my mom having her pot on the stove that's just for potpourri. Don't ever use anything else in it. It's just for potpourri. This one would be very, very reminiscent of childhood Christmas growing up to me. I love a good cranberry. Cranberry and orange are made for each other. Hi, Stephanie. Hope you're doing well. Fir added in there, fir, pine needles. This one is just quintessential Christmas time. I would say the apple, orange, all of this is just so, it's so nostalgic for me, this blend here. Christmas on Spruce is holiday wreath, a touch of festive berries, sugar cookies, and a hint of warm fireplace. I did not have, did I have this one? I don't remember. We have thousands of blends. Some of us can remember what we've had, some of us can't. This one, I know I've had one and not the other, but holiday wreath and berries, pine and berry go well together. And like I was talking earlier, pine and cookie goes well together, pine and sugar cookie. Fireplace is just a hint of smokiness, not too bad. This next one has my name all over it, cider milk and cookies. So milk and cookies is a house blend of Erika's. Very rich and creamy, buttercream richness, just luscious sugar cookies. It even has a little bit of a cake vibe to it. This one is apple cider and apple cider donuts with milk and cookies and caramel sauce. She comments, not over the top caramel, very subtle. I like that she was a little bit not heavy-handed with the caramel sauce, because sometimes if you put too much caramel in with your apple, it's just caramel apple. You really can't get anything else, in my opinion. I've had plenty of apple blends. Hi, Erica, you're here. Yay. I'm on apple cider, cider milk and cookies. That's where I am on the list. Apple cider sometimes can be a little strong, pungent, or vinegary even to some noses. I've seen that. But I like that she's choosing to put the apple cider donuts in with it, which has a little bit of that cinnamon sugar and bakery profile to tone down that apple cider. I love I love a good apple scent. I have went crazy the last couple of weeks buying apple stuff. Like I have enough for a long time. I don't need to buy any more apple cider things. But I love it because I am a big fall warmer. I love fall wax. It's my favorite season right now. I love it. I could easily warm it all year round, but I've been very strict with myself in only doing it at this time of year because I don't want to wear myself out with it, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's possible to do that, but I did with caramel apple a couple of like last year and a year before. I burned myself out on caramel apple, and I don't want to do that. So I like that Milk and Cookies is such a heavy, rich, decadent bakery. I'm really interested to see how that apple spice and that apple cider mixes in with that because apple cookie is a really good blend. That's one I know I'm going to get. This next one is coconut milk and cookies. Somebody was talking about this one in the group, either in the comments or on a post. I think it was a post. I think she said she either needs $1,000 worth or 1,000 pounds worth, one of the two. 1,000 pounds, that would take Erica a while to make that. Was that you, Tiffany? I think maybe it was you. Somebody was talking about coconut milk and cookies, and I saw it, and I thought I've got to try this in some way. This is toasted coconut cookies, coconut cream pie, and milk and cookies. So that milk and cookies there again. Coconut cream pie is always a classic, and toasted coconut cookies. I'm going to try this one because I haven't had any of her coconut stuff, believe it or not. So if you like her milk and cookies and you like coconut, this one might be one to try. Cozy Beach Party. Beach Party, vanilla frosted cupcakes, marshmallow fireside, and a hint of cashmere cream. Lots of cashmere in this list because it's cashmere season. Her beach party, her beach nights is, I don't think it's milk and cookies similar to others. Do you mean other vendors or other blends of Erica's? Because to me, in my personal opinion, Erica's Milk and Cookies is similar to Teddy B's Milk and Cookies, but Erica's is richer and has a little bit more of a buttercream presence to my nose. They're very similar. I think Teddy B's has a little bit more cookie that's pronounced, and Erica's, to my nose, this is just my opinion, Erica's is a little bit creamier and more buttercream, if that makes sense. So her beach party, which is her beach nights, I'm not sure if that's a single oil, if it's made for her, or if that's a blend that she, if it's a single oil, I'm not sure. But to my nose, her beach party is a little bit different than any other vendor that I've smelled. But it's a good one. It's not too salty. It's not too. I know that there's chocolate in. Beach nights, a little bit of chocolate, but I personally don't get that. Beach nights is hard to describe. Some beach nights are super salty. This is not. This is it's a nice, rich. Erica has a very, her blends tend to be richer and creamier in my experience with it. And I do have some beach party blends upstairs ready to get chopped, but in the addition of the vanilla frosted cupcakes and the creamy cashmere, this one's just going to be a nice, super creamy beach nights, I think, or beach party, excuse me. This next one is Cozy Sugar Plum Dreams. Plum, vanilla snowflake, cashmere, and Palo Santo. So vanilla snowflake, I actually have from Erika. And vanilla snowflake is a Bath and Body Works scent. It has a little bit of a little bit of mintiness, but it's not super duper minty. It's mint with vanilla, a little bit of coconut. It's actually an oil that's hard to find, really. That's what I've heard from other vendors. I like that she has this one. There we go. More cashmere. Palo Santo makes everything good. Plum, I think plum and vanilla snowflake would be beautiful together. This one is just a nice sweet, pretty blend. That's what this is, what those notes are saying to me. Now this next one has my name all over it. Ebenezer, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge. This one's coming home with me. This one is Where There's Smoke, which is a blend of hers, a house blend. That's By the Fireplace, smoked vanilla, marshmallow fireside, and sugar cookies. Now, Where There's Smoke in Palo Santo has run away with first prize, it seems like, from the last pre-order. Where There's Smoke in Palo Santo it's beautiful. So By the Fireplace is another one of those hard to describe scents. But the most important part is what she added to it. It's pressed parchment paper, vintage writing desk, hints of leather books, and pine boughs. Boughs, I don't remember how to say that word. Pine. Yes, I knew you were going to get it, Stephanie, because you like me, like tobacco stuff. And there's no doubt. If you like library scents or anything that's dark and mysterious smelling, any of those types of, I don't want to call it spooky, but just what word am I looking for? Those it's classy smelling to me. Man, it's tough to sit down and talk about scents sometimes like this, but this one, I'm getting this one in a tub. I know I am, because this is going to be one I really, 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 really love, because it just, if you're intrigued at all by this one, try a clam of it, and that's all I can say, really. Tobacco is nice and sweet. It's not super smoky. A little bit of leather is just a hint. It's not overpowering. I've had scents like this before, and I am absolutely in love with them. So if you want, maybe this can be your wild card scent. Next, Fall in Love with Apple Pie. Fall in Love, I actually have had Fall in Love. It is pumpkin pecan waffles, birthday cake, donuts, and cinnamon sugar blended with apple pie. So how I talked about pumpkin spice, apple pie is kind of the same way with me. It doesn't translate in wax very well with me sometimes. So, however, Fall in Love is a beautiful, rich, pumpkin, creamy scent. Hi, Summer. You're fine. I'm just talking about, where am I? Fall in Love with Apple Pie. It's a rich, beautiful, delicious pumpkin bakery scent. So I know Erika has maybe reformulated her pumpkin pecan waffles, and I think she was sending out a tester in the last pre-order to some select people. And I think I read somewhere, if she's still on here, she can comment on this. I think that her pumpkin pecan waffles is going to be a little bit of a different profile than in the past. I could have that wrong, but I think I read that. I read that somewhere. If you like your cake and your donuts and your pumpkin pecan waffles, it's a rich pumpkin blend with a little bit of apple pie. So like I said, apple pie is delicious. I love it in my life. I've made them. I'll make them again. It's just sometimes in wax, it's a little bit of a 50-50 with me. The next one, Fall in Love with Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. We have Fall in Love again, blended with Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. So Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies is that nice, rich, fruity bakery cookie that blends spectacularly with just about anything you blend it with. If you are a Blackberry Jam Butter Cookie person, I think this one would be really, really good. It can be one you warm all year. I mean, pumpkin pecan waffles can be warmed all year because there's pumpkin spice in pumpkin pecan waffles, but I have been smelling that blend for years, and I've never smelled pumpkin spice in there. It's just the syrup and the waffle. So that's one I warm This version of Fall in Love will be more cakey. Some got it in the last pre-order. Yes, that's what I thought. She has upped the cake factor, which I am super duper duper happy about because I love a good cake blend. So just know that if you're making your list and you want a more cakey vibe to your pumpkin pecan waffles, any of the PPW blends will be like that. So blackberry jam butter cookies, and then this. Is there any more Fall in Loves? Not right now on this in this order, but maybe down farther on the list. I think there might be one more. Maybe I'm wrong. This next one is Fall into Winter. This is vanilla balsam, sweet fir needles, crisp apple, falling leaves, mallow fireside, and hint of cinnamon sugar. This is going to be one that if you like a little bit of sweet pine and a little bit of apple, a little bit of everything, a little bit of fall, a little bit of winter, this is that blend that blends them both together, I think. So this one, you can't go wrong. This one would even be one that I would warm all year, just because sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of the holidays in the middle of the summer, hence Christmas in July, in my opinion. This next one, flannels and hoodies, flannel type, Bath and Body Works. Ice Vanilla Woods, Bath and Body Works. Cashmere, mallow fireside, and a hint of dark berries. So this one is going to be a little bit masculine because flannel and Ice Vanilla Woods do pull a little bit masculine to my nose, and I know a lot of you guys out there too. Cashmere, once again, coming in with the cozy factor and a little bit of that marshmallow fireside for that smoky sweetness. Mallow fireside is such a good oil. If you don't know what to put in with something, put marshmallow fireside in there because it is, hi Stephanie, hope you're doing well. Fall and summer is the best. Yes, I do agree. The dark berries, I've had her dark berries in a blend. I don't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called. It was one that she had at the beginning when she started getting popular last year. It was a dark berry smoky situation. Maybe it was a cookie blend. I don't remember, but her dark berry, it's nice. It's rich dark berry. So that one would be a nice, I like masculine and berry together. It's very, very good. This next one is coming home with me. Gadzooks, it's fall. Gadzooks is zucchini bread, sugar cookie bomb, and sweet milk. It is the ultimate zucchini bread, creamy, rich blend. If you like, maybe it was Dark Nights, Christine. Maybe that's what it was. There's dark berries in that, I think. So that if that dark berry is the same as the dark berries that's in here, it's a nice, rich, deep berry. That's the best I can describe it. I wouldn't say it's a strawberry. It's more of the blackberry, elderberry, cranberry, dark, deep, bold stuff. That's the best I can describe that one. So Gadzooks, if you have yet to try that, if you are a bakery fan or a zucchini bread fan, you have to try Gadzooks. It is one of my top zucchini bread blends from any vendor. It's perfect. In fact, my show and tell piece here is Gadzooks with house coffee beans. I love this, love this, love this. And Gadzooks, whenever it's available, I always try to get it. The fall part of this is pumpkin pecan waffles, cinnamon sugar donuts, and cream cheese frosting. That's a classic. It's been blended 1,000 times across the board. But that one mixed with Gadzooks is going to be just fantastic. Yes, you need Gadzooks in your life, and you need it with everything. I loved it with the coffee. I love Gadzooks any way, shape, or form. It's delicious. Ghost pumpkin. This next one. This one is me too. This one is white pumpkin, falling leaves, fig, vanilla birch, and amber. So white pumpkin is one of my favorite Bath and Body Works scents of fall. I actually just got 2 candles last week that I had no business buying, but I bought them because I love white pumpkin. White pumpkin is when I don't necessarily want a super in my nose cinnamon spice, but I want a little bit of a creamier spice. That's white pumpkin. The falling leaves, fig. Fig is a beautiful, nice fall blend. Fig can be a little floral sometimes, but fig can also pull rich and deep and heady. Vanilla birch is great, and amber. Amber is such a beautiful scent. Amber goes well with tobacco. Hi, April. Glad you made it. Yes, April goes well with everything. Amber. Amber was the name of my very first dog. I had a golden retriever. My parents bought me when I was 5 years old. Her name was Amber. So Amber goes well with everything. Sandalwood, it goes well with leaves. It goes well with apple. I mean, Amber's super versatile. So I'm definitely giving her a standing ovation on this blend already, and no one's even smelled it but her. So Ghost Pumpkin, that's coming home with me because that's gonna be just so good. I already know. Definitely. Gingerbread Festival. I love a good gingerbread. I love gingerbread. Plus cardamom cream. Sweet gingerbread cookie house blend, which is holiday spices, buttercream frosting, and cardamom cream. Don't be afraid of the cardamom. It blends beautifully with our gingerbread, not sharp. So if you like chai, you like cardamom because cardamom is a part of chai. If you like gingerbread, gingerbread has ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, a little bit of allspice, a little bit of nutmeg, the spiciness to it. Gingerbread can be spicy, gingerbread can be creamy and rich. I think this one is going to be a nice blend of the two because she does have cardamom cream and buttercream frosting, which will make this one's coming home with me. I already know because gingerbread is tough to find in my opinion, and definitely not with all this other stuff in here. I definitely think that if you like gingerbread, at least try this in a clam. Cardamom is fantastic. I love cardamom. I grew up. My mom was the one who introduced me to fragrance when I was a little kid. My mom, when she was younger, actually played around with perfumes and things, and I didn't even know that till a couple of years ago. And it was, way before. Don't be scared of cardamom. If Pier 1 was still in business, Pier 1 Imports was one of my favorite stores. They had a lot of good spicy stuff in there. That would be, I know. I went crazy with Teddy Bees over the weekend, and I've got to scale down here, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really don't know how I'm going to do it because this list, that's why I said at the beginning, I've revised my list so many times, I threw it in the garbage. I'm just decided to go down through the list and whatever it is. Bread and ramen, I'm going to have to get creative and live off of vegetables because I can't have bread or ramen right now. So I've got to just do vegetables. Pier 1 has those nice, sexy, spicy scents that just suck you right in. I loved Pier 1. My mom shopped at Pier 1 growing up, and we always had those types of scents in our home. And it's probably why I am in the situation I'm in, having a lot of variety of blends in my life because I like everything. I'm not super picky with blends really, except for a handful of things. Cardamom is not used enough. Cardamom is good. It's warm and creamy and rich, and just give it a try. Yes, I need all of the things. If money wasn't an object, I would buy one of everything. Really, I really would. So, enough about Gingerbread Village. Get a clam if you're on the fence, so you can at least experience it. Next, Holiday Market. I've had this one before. This is from last year. This is Fraser Fir, apple cider, cinnamon and sugar. This is a simple blend, but I love it. This is a beautifully balanced blend. You can get a little bit of apple, a little bit of pine, a little bit of cinnamon sugar. This one, if you don't like a lot of gingerbread, as my dad says, if you don't like a lot of gingerbread in life and you like something simple, try Holiday Market. You can't go wrong with it. It's a little bit of everything. It's a great holiday scent. Holiday Toast, spiced cranberries, apple cider, and ginger ale. Now, this one, passing on this pre-order, but wanted to hear your thoughts and support. Thank you so much. I wish I could pass on this, but there's just too many of my type of blends on this to pass up, honestly. I can't. So I've got my work cut out for me with finalizing my list and what's really coming home with me. Honestly, it's very tough. I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. Holiday toast. Cranberry ginger ale. Her cranberry ginger ale is fantastic. I don't remember the blend that she had last year, but it's just cranberry ginger ale. And I have a tub of it upstairs in my second and spruce section. It's so good. If you like cranberries and you like ginger ale, cranberry ginger ale Canada Dry actually releases around. It'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks if it hasn't already out. I wish they had a diet version because I would definitely have that in my life. If you like cranberry, if you like ginger ale, or do yourself one better, go get a bottle of ginger ale and pour a little bit of cranberry juice in it and see if you like that profile. That's basically what this is. But she ups it a little bit and adds a little bit of apple cider into it. And apple and cranberry, if you've had cran apple juice, that's basically what it is with a little bit of fizzy. I love this scent. This one is one I want to get, but also one I've had. So I'm really trying to decide if I want more in my life or not. I really to tell myself that I told myself I'm not going to buy anything that I've either had before or similar to things I've had before or even similar to blends I've bought recently, which is tough because it's fall all the time right now. But ginger ale, cranberry ginger ale, you can't go wrong. You can warm it all year round. It's a nice fizzy, not too effervescent if that's something that bothers you. It's nice and creamy, everything. Home for the holidays. Hey Santa and milk and cookies. So Hey Santa is candy cane, sugar cookies, and Christmas tree, slightly reformulated using a different supplier for the oils. I've had Hey Santa, and then milk and cookies is in there. So Hey Santa, it is slightly peppermint, slightly pine, slightly cookie. It's a great blend. I like Hey Santa. I actually warmed it a few weeks ago. My breakaway bar I had from last year. That one and actually the next one on the list, the honey pear cider donut. Yes, I'm glad she's offering clams too. For us on a budget, you can get more bang for your buck, or those ones you absolutely know you want a bigger size of, just adjust your list and get your clams. That's a great way to stick to your budget. I like that she added that on. So thank you, Erika, if you're still on here. It is a beautiful balance of pine and candy cane and cookies. So it's a good blend. And then milk and cookies. This one's going to be ultra bakery and creamy and delicious. Absolutely. Honey pear cider donut is spiced honey pear and cider donuts. This one is so good. If you haven't had spiced honey pear, it's an oil that I think everyone needs to at least smell once in their life because it gives a little, it's different than anything that you've had before. It is a little bit of creamy pear. So if you ever had a pear and you bite into it, I talked about this in another video. Sometimes a pear's texture can be a little grainy, but it's almost creamy. You can smell the creaminess in the pear. Do the fun shapes a smaller option, but it would be time-wise. Yes, that does make sense. But thank you. I know I speak for a lot of us. Thank you for offering that smaller size, definitely. The spiced honey pear, it's not overly spicy. Don't get scared by the word spiced. It's just a little hint. It accents the pear, the creaminess and richness of the pear, and then the apple cider donuts, or just says cider donuts. It's great. This is a really good blend. You can even blend this with the holiday toast, the cranberry and ginger ale blend. It's very, very good. Everyone is commenting on thank you for the clams. So yes, thank you for the clams. Ice skate date. How you doing? Which is one of Joey's blends from the Friends, and Winter Woods, which is iced vanilla woods, Fraser fir, roasted pine cones, and marshmallow fireside. How you doing? Is there's another vendor out there called Glitterati, and she has a blend called Avalanche. And to my nose, how you doing? It smells like Avalanche. So I don't know if this is a single oil. Erika, is this a single oil or is this a blend of oils that you happen to put together? Because when I smelled How You Doing, when I got that Friends pre-order, the first thing I smelled, first thing I thought of was Avalanche. And Avalanche, if you're in the Glitterati group, I know I'm talking about another vendor, but it's the only thing that I can think of to maybe have someone who hasn't, didn't think about these notes. It's Avalanche. Does that make sense? Because Avalanche, How You Doing, Mountain Air, Cognac, Oak, Cedar, Vanilla. It's almost too impossible to put into words. It's cooling, it's crisp, it's rich, it's luscious, it's very unique, but it's a good scent. And then you have a little bit of iced vanilla woods, a little bit of pine, so you have a little bit of masculinity in there. I don't think this is a cologne type of smell. It's more of a cool, crisp, and refreshing, just hint of masculine without being cologne, if that makes sense. Let's get out of that one. I smell fall. I've had I smell fall. It's a single oil. Yes. Okay. That's good to know because I'm not crazy. First of all, I know I smelled it somewhere before. I smell fall. I smell fall. Erika offered last year in the big shape bags. I actually finished mine up a couple of weeks ago, and it's a delicious blend. It's a quintessential fall blend. If you have to just pick one fall blend to have, this one is one you should consider because it's a little bit of everything. You have pumpkin cream marshmallow, marshmallow fireside, apple cider, brown sugar, and vanilla. It's got a little bit of apple, a little bit of cream, a little bit of spice. It throws for hours. It's such a good scent. It's not offensive. You can have it when people are over. It is that feel-good, snuggly fall scent. It's such a good blend. I smell fall. This next one, I'm going to Paris and Sweet Lavender. I'm going to Paris. I've bought twice now. It's a great blend. It's Sweet on Paris, strawberry pound cake, pistachio and almond macaroons, blended with sweet lavender. I know that there's a couple lavender lovers in this group along with me. I love lavender and my husband loves lavender too. If you like I'm going to Paris, just put a little bit of lavender in it. Imagine what it would smell like. You could have a delicious bedtime blend. Yes, Summer, I know that. Hi, Laura, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I knew you were in here, Summer. I know you're the other lavender lover in here. Erika's lavender is fantastic. This right here, my loaf is Catching Z's, and this is her new lavender, which is spectacular. So I don't know what lavender this is. This says sweet lavender. I don't know if I think she calls this her house lavender. So it's a little bit of a smoother lavender, but any of her lavender is delicious. I've had a few blends of it. I actually am probably going to get this in some form just because I really like where am I on my list here? There we go. I really like Sweet on Paris. I didn't for the longest time. I stayed away from it, and I really don't know why. But now that it's in my life, and I've had it in different blends, I've had it blended with different things. I really like it, and I love that lavender's with it now because this can be a springtime scent. The train's going to go by here eventually. This could be a springtime scent. It could be just a pick you up scent. It could be a scent that you put on when you don't really know what you want to melt. It's a great blend. This next one is Into the Night. Black tea, toasted fig, nutmeg, vanilla, and tonka bean. It's gonna blow the whistle again here. Maybe. No, he's not. He already crossed down there. Sorry. I've lived here 9 years, and the train schedule, you can't predict the train schedule, so sorry for that. Into the Night, black tea, toasted fig, nutmeg, vanilla, and tonka bean. I love black tea blends. Tea is another one that is an any time of year, relaxing, bedtime, or wake you up scent or something. I really love the profile on here. Toasted fig, nutmeg, tonka bean. I love tonka bean. I love nutmeg. I love tea. This is one I'm probably going to get in a clam at least, just because I can't get this anywhere else. I haven't seen this blend anywhere, and that's another thing that I'm using when I do finalize my just in time for the lavender train. That's right, the lavender train. Cute, very cute. Um, the rationale I use sometimes when I'm making my lists, not just for this pre-order, but just for anything, is have I smelled that before? I haven't, because black tea, espresso, fig, I'm going to get that one because that's something I probably can't get, if that makes sense. I'm going around in circles, but I think this is going to be a very beautiful, beautiful blend. Next, it's a hard nog life. Eggnog, pretzel, caramelized pralines, and sugar cookies. Another take on your eggnog. Hi, Kim. Hope you're doing well. I like eggnog. I like pretzel. I sometimes like caramelized pralines, and I always love sugar cookies. If you want a little bit of something something with your eggnog, then go ahead and try this one if you're on the fence with eggnog. Because if push comes to shove, you have a little bit of cookie in there and creaminess, and you can always add something else to it. I know eggnog can be sometimes strong for some noses, but in this case here, I like that she added a little bit of sweetness to it to offset some of that richness that eggnog can have. Okay, this next one is Jack. This is pumpkin seeds, Palo Santo, falling leaves, oud wood, and cool autumn air. This is going to be one that's earthy. I've had pumpkin seeds and oud before. I think that's a single oil, if I'm not mistaken. It's very earthy. But I like that Erika chose to add Palo Santo, a little bit of autumn air, a little bit of coolness to it. This is an outdoorsy sounding scent to me, and it's just a different take on pumpkin. This next one, oh man, Latte Da and roasted chestnuts. Latte Da is my favorite. Actually, that's not true. My favorite coffee blend of Erika's is Jam and Java. Jam and Java is raspberry and coffee. This is my second, maybe even tied for first, Latte Da. Latte Da was my very first coffee scent that I had of Erika's last year. If I don't think Susan's in here, Susan Fitzpatrick, she's who introduced me to Erika. And I thank her very, very, very much for encouraging me to try this vendor, because Erika has shot up to the top, and I have like a 5-way tie for first place of my favorite vendors. But if you're new to Second and Spruce, you can't go wrong with anything that you pick. I mean, her wax it's a beautiful texture. It's soft. It throws well in any warmer. It barely needs a cure time. It's a fantastic wax. So thank you, Susan. If you're watching this later on, thank you for introducing me to this. And Latte Da was in my very first order. That's why I'm talking about that. Latte Da is espresso, pecans, pound cake, zucchini bread, and brown sugar. Latte Da is I haven't had Night Patrol. I need to try Night Patrol next time it comes back. But Latte Da is a heavy bakery coffee. It's creamy, it's rich, it's luscious, it's yummy, it's everything. It's everything that I want a coffee wax to be. I love Latte Da. And Erika knows it too. I've told her many times, not only about Latte Da, but about Jam and Java. Those are my two. If I had to only pick two blends to ever buy again from Erika, those two would be it, because I love them. So if you got the coffee sampler, I'm pretty sure Latte Da was part of that. So it's coming your way if you got it. Roasted chestnuts is just, it's a sweet nut. That's the best way I can describe it. It's not like any nut that's out there, really. It's in a class of its own. You know, the chestnuts are coming up for Christmas time. It's a nice, creamy, rich nut with that coffee. So this one definitely is coming home with me, absolutely, because I love Latte Da. Let's roll. Strawberry jelly roll cake, strawberry pound cake, strawberry white cake, and rich sugar cookies. If I had to guess, April's getting this one if she chooses to participate in this pre-order because she loves strawberry. And a lot of us in here do too, but I know April does. A strawberry jelly roll cake. I've had that oil before from a couple of other vendors, and it smells just like the Little Debbie, the strawberry shortcake rolls. It smells just like it. I love that oil. Strawberry pound cake, strawberry white cake is a nice. It's not too overpowering in the strawberry department. It's more of a creamy, rich white cake, and then sugar cookies. That's just going to be a nice strawberry bakery. Fantastic. Next is Midnight Campsite and Pumpkin Sugar Donuts. We have caramelized marshmallow, sugar cookies, and a hint of smoky campfire, pumpkin sugar donuts, and pumpkin marshmallow. So we've got lots of sweetness here with those marshmallow notes, a little bit of cinnamon sugar with the pumpkin sugar donuts, which is a really good oil, and then a little bit of smoky campfire to round it all out. So this can be eating your pumpkin donuts by the fire, roasting marshmallows. Definitely. This next one, oh man, Moose Lodge Bed and Breakfast. House coffee beans. That's my favorite oil of Erika's coffee, is her house coffee beans. I don't know what it is, if it's a combination of oils or one oil, but it's a gold mine in my opinion. House coffee beans, pumpkin pecan waffles, French toast, vanilla crunch donuts, cashmere cedar, and cinnamon and sugar. So, cashmere cedar to give that little bit of lodge to it. I think that's such a great combination. If you like your bakery coffee, if you like your breakfast vibe, this one would be one for you because Erika's French toast oil is amazing. Her house coffee, you know I love it. Cinnamon and sugar, it's so good. And I'll take one of everything. Absolutely. A special blend for your house coffee. That's what I thought it was. It was a combination of oils. Yes, you have the best house coffee that I've had. So you hold that crown. You hold that crown, Erika. You do. At least from my neck of the woods. Okay, North Pole Nights. Vanilla Balsam, Palo Santo, Marshmallow Fireside, and a hint of cool minty breeze, slightly reformulated. If you like just a simple, creamy, rich blend, a little bit of pine, a little bit of Palo Santo woodsiness, a little bit of sweetness, that one will probably be a good one to try. It's not too, I don't want to say it's not adventurous, but it's not going to be, it's going to be a nice winter creamy blend. Oh my God, it's pumpkin. So, oh my God, of course, is Janice from Friends, which is cupcakes at Tiffany's, zucchini bread, vanilla butter fudge, and cinnamon and sugar donuts. I did not get oh my God. And that's blended with pumpkin roll, pumpkin cupcakes, and pumpkin puree. Even though I know in theory this would be good, I'm probably not going to get this one just because it's got a little bit of pumpkin in there, and it's probably good. I'll probably eat my words once I see all you guys posting about it. But if you like heavy bakery with a little bit of pumpkin, this is probably one for you. Oh my God, it's pumpkin. Peppermint milk and cookies. I've had that one. That one's actually in my next to chop. It's in my next box to chop, actually. This is creamy peppermint, crushed candy cane, and milk and cookies. If you like peppermint cookies, peppermint bakery, this one is a no-brainer. It's fantastic on cold. I know it's going to be very rich and creamy on warm. Peppermint mocha cookies, creamy peppermint, mocha sauce, chocolate chip cookies, frosted sugar cookie, and a hint of espresso. So you peppermint mocha lovers out there, I really love peppermint mocha to have in my life, but I'm not a chocolate wax person. So this is one that isn't for me, but I know that I've had Mrs. Claus's Kiss, or Mrs. I think it was in the sampler last year. It was the lips, the red lips, Mrs. Claus's Kiss, I think it was called, or something like that. That had, it was a similar vibe to it. It didn't have the chocolate chip cookies or the coffee in it, I think. But, yes, Mrs. Claus's Kiss. That one for me, it wasn't my favorite just because I'm very picky with chocolate wax. Um, you can buy my portion, Stephanie, of the chocolate wax. Go for it. Um, but see, the thing is I love mocha. I love peppermint mocha to drink and to consume. Just not in my wax. I wish I did, but this one, you can't go wrong with any of these, really. No matter what you end up getting, Erica's wax is phenomenal. I mean, a lot of us, if not all of us in here, feel that way. Pink stars, pink sugar, strawberry pound cake, sugar cookies, and toasted marshmallow. This is another one that is not necessarily holiday, but it's a little bit of just a sweet cookie, a sweet bakery. This one, it says new, so I think if you like your pink sugar and your strawberry pound cake and your cookies, that one's a pretty good blend. Pistachio almond biscotti bread. Nutty pistachios and almonds, vanilla biscotti, zucchini bread, and sweet pistachio glaze. This one, I don't remember what blend she offered. I think it was from the Friends sampler, not Friends sampler, the Friends pre-order, that it was the pistachio one where she was using a different pistachio oil. I think, if my memory serves me right, I wonder if that same pistachio oil is in here, because nutty pistachio and almond, vanilla biscotti, zucchini bread. If that's the case, this one will be a nice nutty pistachio bakery. I love pistachio, so I'm considering this, but I'm not quite sure yet. The next one is Positive Vibes Only. Citrus, romantic peony, apple blossom, cedarwood, and vanilla. Nice and bright and clean when you need a change. This would be one you can warm after cleaning day in the bathroom, meditation, bedtime, when you need to clear the air. It's got a little bit of floral, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of sweetness to it, a little bit of wood. That sounds very nice, actually. PSL season, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin donuts, apple cider donuts, pumpkin cream, cinnamon and sugar drizzle. Once again, if you like a little bit of coffee, just a little bit of coffee, pumpkin spice latte is just a touch of coffee. It's not in your face, bam, strong. With a little bit of pumpkin, this one I might bring home with me, because it's got apple spice donuts, it's got cream in it, it has cinnamon and sugar. I'm interested in that one. Pumpkin Beach Party. This one already has a big following. I haven't had this one, actually. It's Beach Party, creamy pumpkin puree, pumpkin marshmallow, and I lost my place. Pumpkin marshmallow and pumpkin buttercream, slightly reformulated. I'm getting this one just because I've passed it up a couple of times. I'm going to get it just because I want to experience it. It doesn't have a spice to it, so I think I'm okay. I feel safe getting this one here. Put strawberry to bed. Strawberry pound cake, PPW, pumpkin sugar cookies, and pumpkin sugar cookies and zucchini bread. This one, if you like strawberry pound cake and pumpkin pecan waffles, which has been poured many, many times before, and a little bit of zucchini bread. Erika's zucchini bread's creamy. It's not too spicy to me. It's not off-putting. It's a great zucchini bread oil. This one, I like that she's adding a little bit of non-holiday, a little bit of non-fall, non-holiday, like I said, and anytime scents in this list. Because there are some people that aren't seasonal melters, or they don't like fall and holidays. So thank you for accommodating everybody, Erika. Shower in the rain. Rain, bergamot, cedarwood, and a hint of sweet florals. The shower part of this blend smells like a rain or ocean body wash. Could lean slightly laundry for some noses. Shower in the rain. So this is one that is definitely for springtime, with the rain and the floral. When you have a little bit of bergamot, which is used a lot in men's body washes. I think just about every one of my husband's body washes has bergamot in it. So if you like that type of cleanliness, if that makes sense, a little bit of masculinity, I think this one sounds really, really good. Um, the only thing is missing here is I'd be interested how this would smell with a little bit of a salty note, like maybe a salty sea air or something. I think that would smell really good too. But rain, this is always strong. Cedar, a little bit masculine, a little bit sexy. That's a nice one. That's on my maybe list. Raspberry tree cake, vanilla cake, yellow cake, and raspberry buttercream, frosted with a white chocolate buttercream and extra raspberry. This is your raspberry cake, guys. If you like her raspberry, this is it. This is as raspberry cake as you get. Slight almond note to her vanilla cake, yellow cake. I love yellow cake. Yellow cake is my favorite cake oil. I think is yellow cake. It's perfect to me. Um, I know that she had. I think she had a vanilla tree cake last year. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she did. She just added raspberry to it because raspberry is fantastic. Roasty toasty buttercream, roasted pine cones, toasted mallow, cinnamon sugar bakery spice, and vanilla buttercream. So this is a little bit slightly bakery with a touch of roasted pine cones. So if you like your pine cones a little bit sweetened up, this one's for you. Reindeer flight, cranberry woods, Bath and Body Works, roasted pine cone, smoked vanilla, sugar cookies, and sparkling night sky. This one sounds delightful. I love cranberry woods. I actually got a candle the other day of cranberry woods because I realized I haven't had one in several years, and it's time for some cranberry. This one, if you like cranberry woods, isn't cologne or masculine. It's just a creamy, rich, slightly creamy woodsy cranberry. I like that she's pairing it with pine cones because pine cone is my preferred pine. Gone are the days of wanting to smell Christmas trees. I love roasted pine cone. Roasted pine cone is so versatile. You can blend it with anything and it works. So if you're new to roasted pine cones and you like cranberry, maybe try this one out in a clam because then you can at least see you get a little bit of sparkling night sky, which is intriguing to me. I wonder what that smells like. But it might be, there is a blend that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember the name of it, that is similar to this that I had a couple of years ago, and it was in a sampler I got, and I don't remember anything about it, not even the vendor. It was so good. So this one is one that is on my maybe list just because I like cranberry woods. I love pine cones. I sometimes don't want apples and spice and everything that we warm around this time of year. I love a good cranberry. Rose colored glasses. Yep, soft rose, my favorite flower. Pink chiffon, Parma violets, sparkling amber, cashmere, and vanilla. This one is going to be ultra creamy and feminine and rose and Parma violet. Parma violet is like a violet candy. It's big in England and in Europe, actually, I should say. It has a little bit of a floral sweetness to it. That's what I've seen people describe Parma violets as. I don't think anybody in England is watching right now because I think it's the middle of the night for them. But that's somebody told me that's what it's kind of like is a violet candy. So I love violets. I love rose. Pink chiffon is that beautiful Bath and Body Works scent that goes well with so many things too. Amber, once again. Cashmere for coziness. Vanilla. This one's coming home with me in some form. I just don't know what yet. Santa's Beach Party. This one is popular. I have some of this upstairs actually. This is her beach party, which is beach nice. Marshmallow fireside. Pine, roasted pine cone, and sugar cookies. So you have a little bit of pine, a little bit of creaminess from the from the sugar cookies, and a little bit from the marshmallow fireside. This is a nice in-between cookie and pine blend. That's a really good one. I like Santa's Beach Party. Self-care season. We have mermaids in Montauk. Somebody was talking about that. I think it was April, the messages I saw pop up on here. Self-care season. Mermaids in Montauk, which is rosemary mint, toasted mallow, and salty sea air. I was going to get that one during the Friends sampler, but I didn't make it in my cart ultimately. So that's blended with sweet lavender and sweet mallow. We added the cookies because self-care means an occasional treat too. That's true. Very good. This one I might have to try just because it's lavender and Mermaids in Montauk. I cut it off my list before. I might have to try this one. So anybody else getting self-care season, I think I'm going to get that one. I think so because it's just a nice calm down relaxation scent. Smoked eggnog. I've actually had this one before. This is eggnog, marshmallow fireside, and smoked vanilla. If you like smoked vanilla, just blend it with a little bit of eggnog. This one would be good as a blender also. Smoked maple bourbon bars, smoked vanilla, maple bourbon sauce, pie crust, and shortbread cookies. If you like your maple and you like your bourbon and you like it with cookies and all of that stuff, here's another option for you. To get it in a bakery form. Sorry, I have a notification on my phone. Smoked vanilla woods, vanilla balsam, pine needles, birchwood, mallow fireside, and vanilla embers. This is going to be, once again, a combination of different woods with a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of smoky, if that's up your alley. Snow-kissed blackberries, vanilla mint, blackberry, snowy pine, and sweet spun sugar. This one, I'm interested in this one, just in that I wonder how, I wonder what snowy pine smells like. I think that would be kind of an icy, I don't want to say it's minty, but almost a cooling, nice pine. I like a rich, maybe blended with vanilla mint, blackberry. This is interesting, this blend. Erika, are you still there to describe how this one smells? Because I can't picture this one, what blackberry and pine and vanilla mint would smell like. Let's move on to the next one. Some of these are tough. Fresh tree. Yeah, probably fresh tree with a little bit of sweetness to it. Spiced oat milk and cookies. Our favorite cookie oils blended with spiced oat milk, house blend of sweet cinnamon cream to top it all off. This one is very intriguing, and this one is on my list, definitely, because I love spiced oat milk. I love cinnamon sugar, and I love cookies. Spiced oat milk is good. I know there's some noses out there that really don't care for spiced oat milk, but give it a try. A lot of times spiced oat milk is blended with a coffee, but in this case, she's adding it to make a cinnamon cookie. I like that one. Yep, I think that one's coming home with me. Spill the tea, a mix of black and white tea, grapefruit, and a hint of lemon zest and sandalwood. Grapefruit is on my no-no list. I still need to do my no-no scents, but grapefruit is one of those. I've never liked grapefruit. Grapefruit is it's hard to describe to me. It's hard for me to describe how grapefruit smells to me in wax. But I love the black and white tea. I love teas. And I know most people like grapefruit. I like grapefruit in reality, but wax, I can't do it. Same with chocolate. I love chocolate in my life. Some chocolate wax, I just can't do. I just can't do. Oh, lemon and sandalwood. This one's interesting. It really is interesting. Maybe the grapefruit is subdued in this blend. Maybe I'll try a clam of it because I do like white tea. I do like, yeah, the spiced oat milk isn't spicy. It's just a little sprinkle of, I don't know if it's cinnamon or a combination. It's not spicy. It's beautiful. So thank you, Erika, for that. Spill the tea. That's one that is, oh, I don't know. Should I challenge myself and get it? I don't know. It's a grapefruit that's scaring me, but we got to do things in life that's a little scary. Okay, let's move on. Strawberry tree cake forest. Strawberry tree cakes, which is vanilla cake, yellow cake, buttercream, strawberry pound cake, with white chocolate buttercream and a house blend of our favorite tree oils. So if you like strawberry and pine is good together. I love strawberry and pine. And with a little bit of cake, if that one strikes your fancy, go for it. Why not? It's Christmas time, almost. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Autumn Kitchen, which is falling leaves, rich pie crust, cinnamon, and sugar bakery spices, with pumpkin souffle and marshmallow fireside. See, I love stuff like this. As much as I like fall bakery, I love a good autumnal autumn spice blend. This one speaks to me. It really does. I like that you can blend a lot of fall stuff with bakery. You can blend it spicy. Spill the tea is a little spa and a little feminine. Okay, I'll try a clam. I will. And if I don't like it, I'll send it to one of you gals to have, because I'll tell you, grapefruit's tough. It's tough with me. And like my husband, lime. He can't do lime. So I don't buy a lot of lime stuff. And the little bit of lime that I have, I warm when he isn't home. I will say though, the margarita blend that I warmed the other day and I posted about in the group, the one that came in a cake bite earlier this year, the lime one, oh man, it had coconut milk in it, lime or whatever. He loved that because it had enough in it that it took away the liminess of the lime, if that makes sense. I love lime wax, but his nose doesn't. So that's how I am kind of with grapefruit. Bad grapefruit comes off as burned rubber. Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. It's super astringent. It's super sharp to me. It's tough to describe how it smells to me. I guess I just have to try it. You talked me into it. Autumn Kitchen, I like that she put pie crusts in here and a little bit of sweetness with the outside autumnal leaves. I love that. And oh, see how this list is so hard, because really everything, you can't go wrong. You just have to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I guess. That honestly might be how I pick out some of these scents, honestly. I'm not kidding. Sugar Plum Fairy Forest. Plum, dark cherries, sweet oranges, peppery woods, strawberry pound cake, pink sugar, and fairy dust. This one's interesting. There's another sugar plum scent up on the list that we talked about earlier, but I like this one. This will be nice and sweet with a little bit of cake from that strawberry pound cake, I think. Sweet Peppermint Dreams, creamy peppermint, house lavender, and milk and cookies. Yep, definitely, absolutely getting this one. Is your list growing? My list is growing, and it's everything. It's all the things. It's doing things. Sweet Peppermint Dreams, I'm definitely bringing home, because if you haven't had peppermint and lavender together, they're made for each other. And then you add on that nice, rich, creamy, sweet milk and cookies. Yes, please. Give me all. Hell, I might even buy that in a loaf. I said no loaves, but I might, because my husband loves lavender. I love lavender. Poppy probably loves lavender if she could talk. I don't even know where she is tonight. She's usually hanging around. She's probably upstairs. She's saying, Mama's filming again. I'm leaving her alone. But Thanksgiving stretchy pants. Okay, Thanksgiving stretchy pants. I think you were the one that requested it in the post. Me? I don't remember. Maybe you're not talking to me, though. I don't remember. Thanksgiving stretchy pants was a blend from last year. Erika has made it into 2 separate blends now. We have the dessert version and the main course. The desserts was the one that we had last year. That one is pumpkin pie, apple pie, sugar cookies, pecan pie, marshmallow fluff, brown sugar, and a hint of caramel. She's using a pecan pie oil instead of a sugared pecan. So that one is the whole Thanksgiving dessert table, basically. If you like all of these together, if you like everything, you would like this one. Now, I'll tell you, I like this blend. It's not too spicy, stinky for me. It works beautifully. It literally is everything you would have on the Thanksgiving dessert table. This next one, Thanksgiving stretchy pants, the main course. So we have buttermilk biscuits with honey butter, creamy cornbread casserole, cranberry marmalade, and holiday spices. I really might have to get this. Really, I might have to because I love buttermilk biscuits. I love honey butter. I love cornbread. I love cranberry. This is so good. The only thing missing is the turkey and the stuffing. Really, that's the only thing that's missing. Throw some sage in there. You'll have your stuffing covered. I really like this one, but I love cornbread. And I like cranberry with cornbread. I like anything blended with cornbread. It's a cousin of zucchini bread, but it doesn't have the spice, of course. It just has the richness and the boldness of the bakery bread part of it. That's the best way I can describe it. Tipsy gingerbread man. I have had this a couple of times. I still have some left upstairs. I'm getting ready to chop up a lot of second and spruce wax. That's why I know I have these still hanging around. Gingerbread cookies, eggnog, and frosted sugar cookies. If you, I know the stretchy pants, aren't they, they're Monica's maternity pants, I think, and he puts them on. Man, so Marty and I, we still have Dish Network. We have all the streaming. We have all the streaming. But my husband is addicted to sports, Mr. ESPN, and he likes to watch a variety of games. So we still have our satellite. And so I record a lot of things. And Friends is on TBS or TNT, one of those channels. And I had seen Friends episodes here and there, but I never watched it all the way through to know the storyline of everybody. Even though really you don't have to, but it's nice to see the character development from the beginning to the end. I recorded Friends, and we have a smart TV, and for the longest time, your television is smart, and it turns on the channel when you turn the TV on that's the most popular at that time of day for your house. So my husband, every time he would turn the TV on in the morning time, getting ready for work, having his breakfast to watch Sports Center, he would say, why is Friends always on TV, Ashley, when I'm not watching it? And I said, because Friends has like 500 episodes and I've recorded all of them, and they're usually on in the early hours of the morning. So that's why. So now enough time has passed that, because I watched Friends a few years ago. The same with ER. I recorded ER. That's before ER was streaming. ER is my favorite medical drama show, hands down. I love ER. So enough with Friends. But this stretchy pants one, I think I'm gonna try this at least in a clam, so I can get a little bit of that cranberry cornbread. We're almost done here, guys. I went the tipsy gingerbread man. That is a good one. If you like a little bit of eggnog, a little bit of gingerbread, a little bit of cookie all into one, it's not too aggressively spicy. It's really good. Waffle House, coffee with graham, which was new from last time. I got too many loaves of that one. Coffee with graham, which is house coffee beans, hazelnut cream, and bear claw. Pumpkin pecan waffle, and subtle hints of caramel and brown sugar. So, coffee with graham is not super duper strong on the coffee. It's got a really rich, creamy presence. So she is putting hazelnut cream and bear claw in there. Sometimes bear claw can be a little too much for some noses. I personally love bear claw, so I don't feel that way. But I love the hazelnut cream. You get a little bit of coffee, but it's mostly a nice creamy bakery. That's coffee with graham. So if you're a little bit leery of coffee, this might be a good one for you to try, because not only is coffee with graham not screaming strong coffee, it's pumpkin pecan waffles and a little bit of sweetness. So this one sounds really, really good. Where there's smoke and vanilla balsam. So we have the by the fireplace type, mallow fireside, smoked vanilla, sugar cookies, vanilla balsam, and pine cone. So we have that where there's smoke blend with vanilla balsam and pine cone. So if you like pine cones, this one's for you. Winter's lost at sea. Lost at sea. Ocean waves, sea breeze, grassy dunes, and dark berries with sweet fir needles. This is fresh and piney and this one sounds delightful actually. I like a nice fresh blend. I am intrigued by grassy dunes and ocean waves and all of that blended with a little bit of fir. Fir is Yes, I would say that too. Coffee with Graham is a non-coffee lover's coffee blend because it's just a touch of coffee. It's not pow coffee, bam in your face. It's not. So I like Winter's Lost Sea. It's on my maybe list, definitely. Winter Beach Party is beach party, vanilla balsam, roasted pine cones, driftwood, and salty sea air. We have another fresh and piney blend with your beach nights. And then the last one here is Yeti's Slumber. I have Yeti. Yeti is yet to be chopped, but he's going to get chopped this year. Yeti is peppermint and woods, and this is blended with flannel sheets and vanilla bean. So if you like peppermint laundry or you like a fresh, cooling laundry, Yeti's Slumber would be one for you. Make sure you check Erika's new posts because she only has scoops available in select blends, not all of them. All of the blends are available in the clams, the mini loaves, the tubs, and the big loaves. But the scoops are only available in a handful of blends. I'm not going to name them. You can go on and read them on the Facebook page or the website. So I went through the entire list because, like I said, I don't know what I'm getting ultimately. I can't get one of everything, so I think we're all in the same boat right now. It's only Tuesday, luckily, but I've got to just have this down by Friday when it comes. So, does anybody have any questions? Any questions for me, or any comments they want to make about the blends before I sign off for the night? I hope I did your blends justice, Erika. I tried really hard to, comment on the ones I've had and what my impression would be for some of the other ones. You're welcome, Kim. I'm glad you were able to join me. Thank you, Stephanie. I try. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here and watching. I know it's late some parts of the country. It's 8:39 here, but I really appreciate you guys for watching. I kind of like sitting down and doing this live because I don't have to upload a video to YouTube. That's what that's what I like about this really. And it helps that I can sit downstairs and have my computer next to me when my husband's not home, and it's nice and quiet. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all your support and kindness and everything. I hope you guys can get your list finalized, and I hope I didn't add too many to it, but I can't say that I'm sorry if I did add to your list, but I will do more lives. I think I'm gonna do start implementing them in some way, shape, or form in my channel. If you're in my group that I have that isn't wax related, I do lives in there when I'm cooking and stuff. So I've dipped my toe into the live department. So I think I'll continue doing them. So thank you everyone again for watching, and hope you guys have a good evening. Stay safe and cool.